This is an expressive practice sample. You have been asked to render a message for a deaf student in a hearing classroom. The student's history class will be beginning their lessons on the branches of government. You will have a 1-minute warm-up, followed by a 1-minute break. After the break, you will begin interpreting or transliterating. The warm-up will begin momentarily. All right, today we're going to talk about the different parts of the U.S. Constitution. Be sure to keep in the back of your mind, like the history of what came before the Constitution, the Articles of Confederation, as well as the different agreements and stuff that went into it before it was officially written. Okay, so the 3 different parts of the Constitution that we're going to be talking about today. First, we have the Preamble. The Preamble is one really long sentence with lots of important parts. We're going to go over all of them and break it all down. And then we have the articles and the amendments. The articles set up basically how everything should run, and then the amendments, which start with the Bill of Rights, the first 10, as well as all other amendments that came after, or all the other changes and additional information that the founders and legislators since have found important enough to also add to our Constitution. Okay, so first we have the Preamble. I'm going to read the whole thing, and then we're going to talk about each article and give an idea of the Bill of Rights and the amendments. Then we're going to come back, break down the Preamble, break down the Bill of Rights, and dive a little bit more into all the amendments. Okay. So first, I'll just read the Preamble. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. So that is basically their intro paragraph for the Constitution. Okay. So then we have the articles. Article 1 lays out the framework for the legislative branch. So that's Congress, the House of Representatives, and the Senate, the ones who make laws. Remember that. Article 2 outlines the executive branch. So that's the president, his cabinet, vice president, as well as several of the different, federal systems and offices and stuff. Then we have Article 3, which details the judicial branch. That's the Supreme Court and several of the lower courts. Article 4 talks about the different rules and relationships for how the states operate with each other. Article 5 talks about how to amend the Constitution. Article 6 really just states how the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. It overrules the state legislature. It overrules like any other decision. Constitution rules trump every other thing, every other law. And then Article 7 talks about how to ratify and approve the Constitution. So how to, like, what the process looks like for approving the Constitution. Then in our amendments, we have the Bill of Rights. That's the first 10. So as soon as they had it ratified, they right away added the Bill of Rights, which is 10 amendments that expand further on different details of the Constitution. And since it's ratification, we've had 16 other amendments. So amendments 11 through 27 are the ones that have been added since the Constitution was ratified. And we're going to discuss those as well. Okay, so this is a bare bones, basic outline of the Constitution and its parts. To backtrack and dive a little bit deeper into some of these parts, first we're going to dive deeper into the preamble, okay? So we have, we the people of the United States. That's the people who were alive back then, ratifying it, and us now. In order to form a more perfect union, this part, a more perfect union, is in reference to the Articles of Confederation. This is them saying, yeah, we know the Articles didn't work. This is our goal to do a better job than what the Articles of Confederation did. Establish justice. What they mean by establishing justice is actually kind of like point blank. They mean to set up a better system for the courts. They're like, we noticed the Articles of Confederation kind of did the courts dirty, and now we want to set up a better court system. Ensure domestic tranquility. Does anyone have any guesses as to what the founding fathers meant by this? With this, they mean they want the states to get along. We want everyone to be a little bit more relaxed with each other. Part of this version of the Constitution's goal is to help domestic relations, aka within the US, referencing the states. They want everyone to get along a little bit better. So that's part of what they're trying to do. Provide for the common defense. By this, they mean this is protecting the country from people or countries that want to hurt the US. They want to set up a way to keep the country safe from threats, making the military.